Yo, what's happening, Raider Nation? It's your boy Soto here. You know what it is. Raiders versus the world, talking about the team that the world loves to hate, your Las Vegas Raiders. Okay, bombshell, coaching staff, boom, just exploded. This is what happens when you have adults running the business. You get smart choices, you get real coaches, you get real people. This is like one of the things that I was really looking for, all right? And we saw my video, the 5 main things that Spytech and Brady and company needed to do once they were hired on. This is a big one. Bringing back Patrick Graham was like a gift to us, all right, as defensive coordinator. Keeping Rob Leonard, all that stuff, right? Because it's kind of what Pete Carroll said. He wants a mix. He wants his guys. He wants guys he's never worked before, and he wants guys who are from the current staff. So bringing in or keeping Patrick Graham is a logical step because I don't think the defense was the issue, honestly. They got put in a lot of bad positions. The offense wasn't moving the ball, and then towards the end of the game, they gave up a lot of points. But Patrick Graham's an excellent coach. We have him at DC, checks off a box. Who was going to be the offensive coordinator? History has anything to show for it. A very old school style running play action type offense is what Pete Carroll really kind of hung his hat on. Strong defense, special teams, conservative offense, take shots when you need to. That's basically what he ran. This hire shows that Pete Carroll is trying to win right this second. He doesn't care about next year or next month or 2 years from now or let's get a ramp up period. No. He kept Patrick Graham because he knew Patrick Graham was the best chance to get this Raider defense to perform at the highest level because he knows the guys, he's coached the guys, he knows how to get the best out of them. There's one. He needed a guy to come in who can just start firing right away. And that guy is Chip Kelly. I want you to just scrub your minds of his head coaching record in the NFL. Just take it and just wipe it clean because he's not going to be the head coach. Okay. The way he rubbed guys the wrong way in Philly, the way he rubbed guys the wrong way with the Niners has nothing to do with this now because he's not the head coach. All he needs to focus on is offense. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. I understand there's some people out there that might be like, oh, well, Chip Kelly this, blah, blah, blah. Well, Chip Kelly should have been our offensive coordinator last season, but because Antonio Pierce had such an inflated coaching roster, he couldn't bring all the offensive coaches that Chip Kelly needs to implement his offense. And what happened? We had a terrible offense. Chip Kelly's offense is like different from a lot of offenses in the NFL, most offenses in the NFL. Let's take a look at the characteristics of a Chip Kelly offense and what that means for the Raiders and for the rest of the coaching staff. Chip Kelly loves to go no huddle. It's a big staple of his offense. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's pretty easy to understand. He likes to go no huddle because he likes to run plays quickly. Like he doesn't take a lot of time in between plays. He likes to keep the defense guessing. He likes to keep the defense on the field. Here's the thing about a Chip Kelly offense. He does a lot of like zone reads. He does a lot of different sets. He runs a lot of different plays out of the same exact look. His playbook isn't huge. What he likes to do is he calls them tags. Okay. So you can run the same formation, the same personnel grouping, and you can have 5 different plays off of that. One of them could be an RPO, which is a run play option. So you either give it to the back, you keep it, or you throw a short pass. There's 3 plays right there on the same formation. You have screens and short passes like this. This offense, his offense takes a lot. That's why he needs a lot of coaches to implement the offense to make sure it's run properly. So with his quick play calls, regularly, Chip Kelly offenses hike the ball when there's like 15 seconds left on the play clock. Like he likes to crank out these plays. That's a positive, and it could be a negative if you're not up to speed. It's a very simple solution for that. Just slow down a little bit. Make sure everyone's ready. Take that extra 10 seconds or so to make sure everyone knows what they're doing before you hike the ball. Still, it doesn't allow defenders to substitute. Another thing that Chip Kelly likes to do is he likes to use the zone read a lot. He likes to influence linebackers, and he likes to keep them guessing. He likes to keep defenses guessing. So they show their hand. They have to play more vanilla. They can't do an exotic style defense against this offense because they play so quickly. They have to be very vanilla, and they show their hand, they tip their hand a lot, and that gives the quarterback the chance to be able to change the play to what he wants to change it. It's a lot. It's a lot for me to describe. I can't even imagine going through it. But Chip Kelly offenses score points. Okay. It doesn't matter where he is, doesn't matter who he's coached. This offense has been successful. And when he can come in and just coach the offense, I think it's going to be a great thing for everyone. Everyone probably but Aiden O'Connell, because you got to be able to run a little bit to be able to run the RPO. And I don't know if that's going to work with him, but we'll see. We never know. Stranger things have happened. Another thing that Chip Kelly offenses like to do is they like to have multiple receivers. They like to spread everything out. Think of it like from tackle to tackle, it's almost like hard-nosed football, the way the formations are. The wide receivers split out super wide. He likes to stretch out the defense and create natural lanes for short passes, for screen plays, and stuff like that. The reason why I think this is going to be a big positive for the Raiders is it allows them to win with coaching, win with formations, win with strategy while you get your talent up to speed. Offensively, we're just not that talented. Okay, yeah, we have Brock Bowers and Jacoby Myers is good, and yeah, that's about it. Realistically, anyone that strikes any type of fear in any defense, right? Running back, who is it going to be? Quarterback, who is it going to be? Third receiver, second receiver, who is it going to be? Who's going to be the guys out there who can win one-on-one matchups, who can strike fear? We just don't have that yet. But with the Chip Kelly offense, the offense itself, the scheme, the play calls, the strategy is going to give the players on the team a lot of flexibility, and it's going to give them a lot of room to operate, which is really what they want. So the post-snap read is very important in a Chip Kelly offense. All the quarterback really needs to do is identify his key. He's keying in on certain things for a play to happen when he runs the RPO game. Who the quarterback is going to be is a conversation for another video. I'm hyped right now. I'm trying to keep myself calm because I'm super, because I know what kind of offense Chip Kelly can bring when he's just coaching offense. Look at the Ohio State offense. Okay, that's a Chip Kelly offense. Now, do they throw outside? Sure, they do. But what Chip Kelly really wants to do is he wants to exploit matchups. So if a defense is really giving a lot of resources out wide, over the middle is going to be open for screens, for running backs to catch and run, for tight ends. An offense like this with receivers out wide and Brock Bowers just allowed to run wild over the middle, it's going to be pretty scary. I really like this a lot. I like this a lot because it shows me that Pete Carroll just isn't all talk. A lot of times we've heard about people who just all talk. God bless them. AP comes in. We're going to be smash mouth. We're going to be the bullies. We're going to be this. We're going to be that. Didn't happen. Ziegler comes in. Yeah, I'm the one in charge, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Didn't happen. All right. Pete Carroll comes in, says, I want to get this type of coach, that type of coach. I want to win now. It's about winning right now. Every move that he's made has coincided with what he said in his press conference. I'd be excited if I was him too. I'd be excited if I was Mark Davis, if I was Tom Brady and anyone else on that team. Chip Kelly's playbook isn't that big. But like I said, he has a lot of tags on his plays. So you could run 4 or 5 different plays off of the same play, just depending on what tag you find or what the defense shows you, and you just kind of tag off of that play that you already called. And the tags are all the same. It just depends on, where everyone's lined up when you call the tag. It's really difficult for the defenses to keep up because it's almost like they're never right unless they can disguise what they're doing really well. In any event, it's refreshing to see us get somebody to coach this offense that has legitimate coaching chops on offense. We've had good guys who've been, this guy's a good football guy. He's been around the league and this and that. Great. Yeah, I guess that's all well and good. This is offense score point. All right. Chip Kelly was the head coach and offensive coordinator in Philadelphia. He actually took over for Andy Reid. So he was in there 13, 14, and 15. I believe he was ranked 4th, 5th, and 10th in points in those 3 seasons, respectfully. I mean, he made Nick Foles a Pro Bowler. He won his first year there The team was so bad in 2012 they got Andy Reid fired. Well, in 2013, Chip Kelly comes in, Nick Foles becomes a Pro Bowler, and they win the NFC East. It's a lot of positives going on here. One thing that was a little bit kind of tough for Chip Kelly players to kind of get on board with was the conditioning part. Because he runs such a quick offense, because he runs a lot of no huddle, he expects his players to be at peak physical condition. I don't think that's going to be a problem because with Max Crosby out there as one of the leaders on the team, I think he's going to be able to get the team on board with what's happening. What we're going to see with an offense like Chip Kelly, we're going to see a lot of time of possession because it's a lot of short plays. And then there's some long, deep shots that are going to be cooked into this offense, but it's a lot of possession time, just dink and dunk and keep the defense off guard. When they make a mistake, you capitalize on it, right? But the time of possession is huge, and it wears down defenses. So over the game, the defense is going to not be able to keep up with the pace. Think of like a fighter who just doesn't throw really hard, but they're just constantly moving and constantly working. After a while, the opposing fighter is just going to get tired from the pace. And those little shots are going to start hurting a little bit more and more. And then maybe the guy starts throwing a little bit harder and a little bit harder, and he ends up finishing fights late in the fight. That's what happens with Chip Kelly offenses. He's going to chip away at you and pound away at you until you get tired, and then he's going to start really, really putting the big guns on you. You see a lot of offenses in the NFL right now kind of mimicking this style. Andy Reid does it a lot with the Chiefs. And, Philadelphia still uses it a lot. They still do RPO. They still do a lot of no-huddle stuff. A lot of the teams in the NFL are using what Chip Kelly brought to the NFL from college, but they're not Chip Kelly. That's the originator. That's the one guy who comes in and was doing it. You're going to see in a lot of Chip Kelly offenses, he creates a lot of mismatches, and it's done on purpose. If a defense is playing a little bit too vanilla, a little bit too basic, he's going to pick them apart all day. You're going to see a lot of receivers being able to run multiple positions and play multiple positions, running backs kind of switching in and out. You're going to see that a lot because they can flip the side, like just one tag. Okay, play is now flipped, and everyone needs to stay where they are because we want the defense to stay where they are, right? Also, we're going to see a lot of just efficiency in the offense. It's going to be a lot to implement, especially if the quarterback that we're going to have is not currently on the roster. But I don't see that being an issue with the way that Chip Kelly was able to implement his offense at Ohio State. They just hit the ground running. Now, they had supreme athletes there, but these guys in the NFL are supreme athletes as well. He knows how to coach his system. He knows how to kind of teach it so the player can absorb it and master it. This is all good stuff, man. I'm making this video here on Sunday evening, a few hours after I found out. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, we have an experienced head coach who is just a war general. He is a game time coach, right? His in-game decisions, his clock management, his strategy is top notch. We have a defensive coordinator who he's on his third regime already. All right. That's how good Patrick Graham is he's on his third regime. They don't want to get rid of this guy. They want to keep Patrick Graham, and this defense is going to get better and better. Okay. Now you bring in kind of like a mad scientist on offense, a guy that did things a little bit different. Everyone was kind of making fun of him, like, that's a high school offense. That's a college offense. Well, a lot of the teams in the NFL are using that offense. And this is the originator, like I said. A lot of good things happening right now. Let me know what you guys think, man. I think Chip Kelly hire is an excellent hire. I think it's going to bring a lot of legitimacy to this offense. I think we're going to see a lot of offensive turnaround in some of the skill positions. Definitely quarterback, running back, maybe some of the offensive line as well. In 2013, in his first year with Philadelphia, they were fourth in the league in scoring overall. They were tied for second in the NFL in rushing touchdowns. So don't think Chip Kelly is just there to just dink and dunk and throw the ball all over the place. It's not like a West Coast system here. This is completely different. He wants to run the ball, and we're going to get back to running the ball. It's just we're going to do it on our terms. We're going to do it when it's more favorable to us. We're not just going to go up there like those AP teams and say, okay, this is what we're going to do. Try and stop us. I don't know if you guys thought this way, but I thought this way this last season. You need to be more than just good at what you do. You need to give yourself every edge you can. As good as Patrick Mahomes and the tight end that remain nameless and all those other players are and Andy Reid are in Kansas City, he tricks you a lot. And it's a lot different from what happens, let's say, in Buffalo. Josh Allen is just that damn good, and you can kind of know what he's doing, and he can still make it happen. Well, I'm pumped up, man. I'm super jacked about this. I wanted to hop on and make a quick video for you guys. I'm working on some other things too. Let me know some other videos that you want to see, whether it's prospects, topics, or anything like that, and I'll do my best to help you guys out. I'm trying to get at least a short video out every single day so you guys constantly have content to be able to just digest and like. Let me know what you guys think about the Chip Kelly hire, what you think about the coaching staff, how it's taking shape. Let me know what you think about the Raiders prospects moving forward. We are damn near at 600 right now. I want us to get over to 1,000. Okay, you guys did a great job to get to 500 fairly quickly. So make sure, please, like, comment, subscribe, and share is the absolute minimum you can do without doing absolutely anything. It takes very little time to do. I appreciate your time. Until next time, everybody. Peace. Hey, Raider Nation. Thanks for watching. There's plenty more where that came from. Go ahead and smash that like button. Drop a comment. Make sure to subscribe and share to all your socials. It's the bare minimum you can do without doing absolutely nothing.